Alright, look, there really isn't a good way to say this, but I just figured I would let you know. If you're using a bow, I don't know if you got the memo, but bows are objectively worse than sniper rifles in every single way. They just don't put out enough damage. I mean, why would you ever want to take a weapon that has a lower overall damage output than something that could effectively one-shot for the same accuracy? The only difference between bows and sniper rifles, besides the obvious damage, well, is the fact that sniper rifles have a higher zoom value, meaning that it is much easier to hit targets at further ranges, which, Destiny has long range maps, so I mean, there's that. It also uses special ammo, which just drops more frequently. I mean, how often do you see primary ammo on the ground? Bows just can't compete with the ammo economy that is sniper rifles. And secondly, bows only ever hold one shot in the magazine. Even the worst sniper rifles I've ever seen have had at least three. And specifically right now, snipers, they just beat out bows in that they can take someone's head off with one shot. Bows take at least two. It's just a waste of time. You have to reload them. The snipers can hit somebody in the head in super and kill them, and bows can't really do that. I mean, even this point of the stag with Vorpal weapon takes two whole shots to kill a Guardian, whereas if you were just using a sniper rifle, it would have already killed that Guardian, really. The difference also is being that I don't know if you've heard about this, but the accuracy on bows is a bit different than any other weapon. So you're just putting yourself in a situation where you're unfamiliar, right? So here's how it works. Bow's accuracy is a bit like aim assist in that it has like a cone. The difference is that if you're within roughly that little area, it'll just go ahead and correct the shot there for you. So you're just making your shot worse whenever you're using a bow. It doesn't make sense. It's just easy. It's just much easier to use a bow, so it just makes sense to run a sniper rifle because that requires far more skill to actually use. Another thing is that bows are banned in most tournaments, like in most competitive tournaments. So yeah, you really can't ever plan on taking these into any more serious game mode. Like if you were to say take this in Trials of Osiris or competitive, I mean that's fine, but everybody knows the real creme de la creme is up in the competitive sweat arena where there's 100 of different rules of things you can and can't do, and on the list most of the time is bows. So yeah. See right there, I could have killed all four of those guys if I was using a sniper rifle, but because I was using a bow, it's just not good. See, the combination, just for demonstration purposes, I'm using here is I'm using the point of the stag with a quick access sling mod, and let me go ahead and tell you about the quick access sling mod so you don't make this mistake. Quick access sling mod is possibly the worst mod you can put on a weapon. It allows you to quickly swap from the current weapon you have equipped to your other weapon. So, but that only happens when you completely run out of ammo. So you put it on a bow and it happens all the time. It just completely loses any purpose it had. All that thing that made it special is gone now. I mean, you can clearly see you can swap to your sidearm faster than you can follow up with another shot from the bow, just further driving home the point that bows are just an awful weapon because you can swap faster than most primary weapons can kill things, and this would then allow you to get a kill with the Rat King. So really, who's the real hero here? The Rat King, obviously, as it's doing all of the work on all of these engagements. I mean, you can just see here, I've got far fewer kills on my bow than I have on my Rat King. It's just no competition, really. Another thing that's be really dumb to run is something like the Gemini Jesters with the bow. Honestly, it's just such a wasted exotic slot. The fact that you would run top tree tether as well, you're not running stasis. I don't know what you're doing, honestly. Look, HR has been giving me some complaints for a really long time about how you've been using top tree tether rather than stasis and actually trying to do things like go invisible. Yeah, we're gonna need you to not do that because I mean, that's just a wussy strategy. Anybody who's trying to make themselves harder to hit rather than beating their chest and running in with something like a shotgun, which is another weapon that's just clearly better than bows, you're clearly just setting yourself at a disadvantage, and you're doing a disservice to yourself and to this company. Yeah. See, those kills, most of that stuff in the team shot was happening in the background. Really just a waste of time to be running this weapon right now. So, yeah, try not to give yourself too much mobility and recovery, okay? Because only losers will actually end up running that amount of mobility and recovery. Also things like double perpetuation so that you can keep your Gemini Jester's dodge up and running. Not really what we're going for here, champ. So, hey, I just wanted to help you out, okay? So, next time that you're on the YouTubes, next time you see somebody who has some crazy idea to run a bow, especially if they're on PC, you can show them this video and just really remind them that just don't use bows. I'll have to send you another memo just to make sure that you get that, because the last time that we checked, bows usage rates were pretty low. Sniper usage rates are much better, so it's clearly written there. We don't have to spell that out there for you. But yeah, hey, I hope that helped you out, okay? So next time, you're not so confused. All right, bud? All right, champ? Okay, great. I'll see you at the required team building exercises at 11. All right, you take care now.
Yeah. Just
And
real monotone and just like asshole-ish and backhanded in everything that he says.
I
Like,
see.
bows are bad, okay?
Do
You
them.
need to make sure
Okay.
you don't ever put quick access sling on them, okay? That'd be great. And then like take loud sips of coffee in between.
Okay, alright, you sold me. You sold me on the idea. Bows are objectively worse than sniper rifles in every single way. They just